Shalom, shalom, Israel. This is Athnael Ban Levi coming to you with another lesson, okay? And today I pretty much wanted to touch on the coming of the Lord, okay? A lot of these wacky-tacky Christians think that the Lord is coming, with love and peace, and passing out ice cream and all type of shit like that, it's things like that. But in all honesty, the Lord's coming, man, to render, his fury with fire, okay? But first, I want to start by saying all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakah Hadash, okay? Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakah Hadash, okay? I want to give double honors to the apostles who rule well, okay? Because that's definitely who I learned this truth from, okay? And then that's the apostles of GMS, Great Millstone, okay? And I want to say shalom, and barakatham to the brothers and the Akim that's out there teaching the truth in sincerity, okay, and with all integrity, okay? Now, the first verse I want to touch on was going to be in Isaiah, okay, chapter 66, okay, starting at verse 16. Well, we can start at verse 15, okay? It says, "For behold, Yahweh will come with fire, okay, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, okay, and to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh shall be many." That's right. Why? Okay, because ultimately the Lord's coming back, okay, to pay back, okay? The Lord's coming back to pay back. Why? For all the atrocities that Esau and these damn heathens have done to Israel. Okay, the transatlantic slave trade, the Arab slave trade. Okay, and not to mention different encounters that we had with the Ammonites and the Moabites throughout our history. Okay, so ultimately the Lord is coming back, man, and He's gonna set the standard for us. Okay, the second verse I wanted to touch was in Micah 1 and 3, just to back up Isaiah, what was said in Isaiah 66. Okay? Salakia, bear with me. It's Micah 1 and 3. And it says what? Excuse me. Salakia. "For behold, Yahweh cometh forth out of his place." Out of what place? Where is he coming from? He's coming from the, from the kingdom of heaven. All right? And Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah will come down and tread upon the high places of the earth. Okay, and what's going to happen when he comes down? What happens when a pure power comes down from heaven to render his fury with flames of fire? Okay, what's going to happen? What? In verse 4 it says, "And the mountains shall be molten under him." That's right, they're going to be melting up under those chariots. "And the valley shall be cleft as wax before the fire, and as the waters that are poured down a steep place." That's correct. That's how drastic, that's how crazy it's going to be when the Lord comes back with those chariots and those flames of fire. Okay? And why? Why is he doing this? For the most part, you got to understand, here in America, we've dealt with what? With slavery. We dealt with, all types of bigotry and racism. Okay? We've been put to the bottom. We've been denied certain, privileges, certain rights. we've been denied our heritage. We were told lies. We were beaten. We were robbed. We were falsely accused. Okay, so ultimately, the Lord's coming back for payback. Okay, to pay back what was done to his children, the apple of his eye. Okay. All right. Now, really quick, I wanted to go ahead and let's see here. Talk about. I wanted to go to Isaiah 24. Actually, no. Let's go to Hosea 1 and 10. Okay. Because ultimately, you have people out there that they're claiming to be the real Jews, and we know that they're not. Right. Pursuant to Revelations, I think it's 13 and 9. We can get that real quick too. No, not 13 and 9. Let me see here. Synagogue of Satan. Shaitan. Salakia, bear with me. Okay, because once again, there is a specific group of people in this world claiming to be the real Jews. Revelation 3:9, not 13:9. Salakia, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but to lie. Behold, I will make them come and to worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. Now, if those real Jews were the real Jews, wouldn't the whole world be at their feet? Right? And wouldn't they know that the Lord has loved them? But they know that they're not the real Hebrews, the real Jews of the Bible. Okay? So this is why the Lord is coming back with flames of fury to render his punishment, right? Let's go to Hosea 1:10 real quick. That's the verse I want to go to before we before we went to our Revelation. Hosea 1:10. It says what? And this is, and if this is not talking about so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay, then I don't know what it is. What is? It says, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea. That's right, because what? We're many, okay? We've been held captive, amongst all the nations that are upon the earth. Not one nation that exists on the earth today has not had their hand on Israel in some way or fashion, okay? But the Lord says that what Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it is said unto them, you are not my people, right? Because we're in America, right? So-called Babylon. And here we are not recognized as the children of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, okay? So this is the place. It says, where it says that you are not my people, there shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power. Okay? Let's continue. And it says what? Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together, right? The northern and southern kingdom, and appoint themselves one head, right? And who's that? Yahweh Shai. And they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel. Khan. Okay, so ultimately the Lord's coming to pay back these damn Edomites and these other heathen nations for all the sin that they've committed against Israel and also against the Lord. Okay? All right, let's go to Isaiah 24, verses 21 through 22. Let's go ahead and back that up. Let's see what the Lord, what Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, what Yahweh is really talking about in this particular verse here. Isaiah 24, 21 through 22. Okay, and it says what? And it shall come to pass in that day. What day is that? All right, the latter days, the coming of the Lord. That Yahweh shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth, the kings of the earth upon the earth. So all these kings, your so-called presidents, right? Your so-called Benjamin Netanyahu's. I said Donald Trump already. Your so-called Juan Guaidos, right? Your so-called Maduros. Hey, look. The Lord has said, he says what? And the kings of the earth upon the kings of the earth, what? He came what? Let's read it again, 21. And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. So all you elites, all you Queen Elizabeth, whatever, you are the one the Most High is coming for, okay? All right? And it says what? And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit. This is what's going to happen to you, Esau. Okay? All the wicked. Because for certain, to Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Okay? And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison. And after many days they shall be visited. Then the moon shall be confounded and the sun ashamed, when the Yahweh of hosts shall reign in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem before his ancients gloriously. Okay? This is what we're waiting for, brothers. And Akhwath, we're waiting to be in the presence of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? We want to experience that glory, because he's going to be coming back with his glory. He's going to give his servants glory. Okay? His men glory. And this is what we're striving for. All right? Now, a couple more verses to back this up. Amos 9. I want to start at verse 5, going through 6, and that same chapter 8 through 10. Okay? And it says what? And Yahweh of hosts is he that toucheth the land, and it shall melt, and all that dwell therein shall mourn, and it shall rise up wholly like a flood, and shall be drowned as by the flood of Egypt. It is he that buildeth his stories in the heaven, and hath found his troop in the earth. He that calleth for waters of the sea, and poureth them out upon the face of the earth. Yahweh is his name. And guess what? When the Lord comes back, man, guess what you Edomites are going to be doing, man? Y'all going to be running for them hills. But you're not going to be able to hide. You're not going to be able to hide, okay? And I can prove that to you right now. All right, let's go to Psalms 2. And we read verses 2 through 4. Okay, let's check that out. Let's see what our brother David is talking about. Okay. Okay, I will start at verse 1. It says what? Why do the heathens rage and the people imagine a vain thing? And what's that vain thing? They thinking they're going to last forever. The kingdom is going to last forever. Okay, the way they're building up these damn condos and they're gentrifying these neighborhoods. They think they're going to last forever. And David says, why do they imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against Yahweh and against his anointed. And who's anointed of Yahweh? The Israelites, okay? Saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. Khan. And the Lord shall have them in derision. Khan. Okay? And if you don't know what derision is, we can definitely look that up. Derision. It says, the scripture says, and the Lord shall have them in derision. Ridicule or mockery. Contemptuous ridicule or mockery. Okay? So the Lord's going to mock and laugh at these damn heathens. Okay? All right, it says, let us break their bands asunder in verse 3 and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. Yahweh shall have them in derision. They shall speak unto them, then shall speak unto them, Salakia, in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure. Khan. So this is what we're waiting for. Okay? Waiting for the Lord to come ahead and just take this damn devil out. That's what I'm waiting for. Okay? Let's go back to Amos 9, and we can go to verse 8, and, you know, I'll probably end that off right there. Okay? Amos 9. Okay, let's go to verse 8 through 10. All right, and this is talking about you, Babylon. Okay, it says, behold, the eyes of Yahweh are upon the sinful kingdom. What kingdom is that? This is Babylon. Okay, and it says, which is known as America. And it says, and I will destroy it. What is the it? America, from the face of the earth. Okay, and let me tell you, this place is going to be hit with 200 million missiles. Babylon is going to be that lake of fire. Okay? Yahweh says he's going to destroy it off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith Yahweh. Khan. He will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob. Meaning what? That there are going to be some, or a few, a great many, that are going to be what? They're going to be destroyed with the heathen. 2/3. Okay? And we can get into that in just a little bit. Okay, but it says, for lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel from among all nations. Why? Because Israel was spread apart, was spread amongst all the nations. Okay, so the Lord Yahweh said he's going to do what? He's going to sift us. Okay, sift the house of Israel from among all the nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. What's the least grain? Not the least. Listen, let me tell you something. Not the least of Israel. From the greatest to the least of Israel, not one of them shall fall. Okay? It says, not one of them shall fall upon the earth, and all, in verse 10, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. Khan, and it goes that 2/3. Which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. In that day I will rise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, okay, and close up the breaches thereof. And that's what Yahweh was doing, you know, Yahweh is doing today, okay? He's closing up those breaches. He's getting the least of the flock and the greatest of the flock, okay, to go out there and and teach this truth, okay, right? And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. Khan. All right, he's going to restore us to our original, to our integrity, that they may possess the remnant of Edom. Oh my God. Let me tell you once again in verse 12, that they may possess the remnant of Edom. Okay, so you Idumeans, you Edomites are going into what? Slavery. All right, possession, Edom. When one person possesses another person, you know it very well. You've done it. That means you're going to be in slavery. And all of the heathen which are called by my name, okay, saith Yahweh, that doeth this. So that means all you other heathens, okay, along with Esau, okay, you're going to be a possession unto Israel. Okay? So this is what we're waiting for, Yasha'Allah. We're waiting for this. Okay, let me see if I can go ahead and get that 2 parts of Israel being cut off. Yep, it says in what? In Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass, Salakia, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, and a third shall be left therein. And I will bring that 1/3, that third part through the fire. Okay? Why? Okay, because what he wants, he's going to do what? He will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. And I will say, it is my people. And they shall say, Yahweh is my power. Okay? So Israel, look, we don't have much time. If you're listening to the apostles, they're telling you, look, we need to get on our grizzy and do what we got to do, from the least to the greatest. Because you don't want to get caught up in that day. You don't want to be a part of the two parts or 2/3 parts that get cut off. You want to be a part of that one third part that gets refined through the fire as silver and gold is refined. Okay? So with all that, I'm going to say Shalom, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakah Hadash, and until the next lesson. Shalom.